What's up, internet people? Hope everyone's doing well. You're back with Rainer from DBP Detailing. So today I have one of my very good friends, his Focus RS. It's in for a quick gloss enhancement as well as a Gtechniq CSL 5-year ceramic coating. So we're not chasing perfection, but I mean, we did do a test spot and it came out very nice. So let me give you a look at what we're looking at. Right, so it's a 2016 model. She's, she's been around. So we've got some scratches all over. This is a little test spot we did. I'll obviously show you later with a better light, but that is an idea of what it looked like and then afterwards. So that was just the quick test spot. I'm gonna go around, take her out now, give her a proper bath and a decon, and then we will start the correction. So let me take you with me.
Back from the dead.
We are not alone. There's more to life than this. Show me what you know. Take me to that place. I'm stuck within these walls. I need a quick escape. You know where I can go. Take me to that place.
Ooh. Alright guys, so rims are done. I'm going to give her a quick spray down, and then I'm going to put some chemical decontamination around the whole car. Once that's done, I'm going to add some foam and then give it a proper wash after that so we can get all the contaminants off. This car was stupid bird. Car was polished not too long ago, so I mean there's no use for, if I do, I mean there is nothing. So she is smooth, there is no need to do clay bar, so it's just going to be the chemical decon, and then we'll get to the drying, taping up some of the pieces we need and doing the correction. So let's do this.
We are not alone. There's more to life than this. Show me what you know. Take me to that place.
Righto, wash, dry, and decon is done. I mean, she's looking pretty spectacular without any sunlight. But as the sun is starting to, come over the house, you can start seeing some of the reasons why she's here. So there you can see all nice and exactly the way a black car usually reacts. So the car, like I mentioned previously, was polished. I have got no idea who. Customer bought the car secondhand a couple of days ago. He's only had her for a couple of weeks, and I mean, she's here now. So I'm just trying to, it's going to be a bit better inside, I believe, to start seeing some of these polish marks. But I thought, let me just give you a quick idea. I mean, I know on the camera with the time lapse, she looks clean, as if there's absolutely no reason for a detail. But the moment the sun starts shining, it starts making a bit more sense. So let me get her inside, and I'll show you with the test light. But in the shade, she looks pretty darn good. Purdy, purdy, purdy. All right, internet people, so she's pulled into the workshop, all nice and dry after the wash, as you have seen. Sorry. All right, so I did mention there's quite a lot of scratches and work that needs to be done. Yeah, this is, what she looks like. There's a lot of stuff happening everywhere. I'm not sure, what all of these marks are. Like I mentioned, she was polished previously. I'll start showing you some of those marks now. But these little swirl marks, I don't know, it looks like someone tried to specifically get spots off or out or cleaned. You can clearly see the line where we did the test spot a couple of nights ago. Like I said, she's not perfect underneath it. The client's also not looking for perfection. So, it's a huge improvement. So let me bring this test light in a bit. There you can clearly see there's a lot of issues, but we will be taking care of that. So, there is the difference, so it is a pretty spectacular difference. Like I mentioned, it's not perfection, but huge improvement over that. Right, so that's what the bonnet looks like. If I bring it out a little bit further, there you can clearly see, the normal type of polish marks you will see if somebody uses a rotary or they're just going way too aggressive. So yeah, that is what we have to work with. You can clearly see the polish marks. Still some water running down there. Just a quick idea, I'm not going to fixate on this too long. Just get to correcting it. There you go. Alright, so this is the results. I mean, I'm not happy with that at all. It is better than that, but I know we're not chasing perfection, but this is a problem. Okay, let me try something else. Alright, so ended up doing a 2-stage on this guy because, I mean, like you can see here, some of these scratches are extremely deep. So, I mean, they're not coming out with just a quick, a mild polish and a mild pad. There's no way. I know the client just wants the swirls gone, but, just turned this into a 2-step paint correction. So this is what we are left with. I mean, there's still some random, very deep scratches that you can see. Let me try get some of them on camera if this thing wants to focus. It does not want to. Okay. So this is what we are left with. So we did go from this to that, which is a pretty spectacular difference. So I believe this is what we will be using around the rest of the car. Okay, not perfect, but more perfect than that and that. All right, so let's go take this guy piece by piece. Okay guys, so just a quick update as to what's happening here, what I'm currently doing. I mean, all the swirls and stuff is gone, right? So we've got a whole lot of deeper scratches that's still around. Let me try get one of them in focus here. Because essentially it's pigtails from a previous polisher that was, and I assume the pad was dirty. There we go. Great. So there you can see, I mean, it's literally the little pigtails going around as this guy was polishing with the dirty pad. So what I'm doing is I'm going very aggressive on these little specific spots. So I'm going with the 1 inch, like these random scratches, going along. So I'm going very aggressive on them and then finishing it off with the the softer pad and the softer polish, so we can just get rid of all of that, because I mean, it doesn't help I go so aggressive on the whole bonnet and then end up inducing more damage than what is needed. So I mean, this is a side that I haven't done yet, so you can see there's a pretty big difference. It's just those random isolated scratches that I'm busy working on now to try and get them a bit better. Okay, just a quick update. I can't find any other little pigtails, but that is it. So I'm going to be focusing on them so we can get some more perfection. this is the result. I mean, some of those scratches are still there. They are a lot lighter than they were. Let's see if we can get focus on them again. Anytime now. Let's really figure out how to use this thing's manual focus. Okay, either or. Okay, so there, I mean, from far away you can see them here in the light. Some scratches left when they are a lot lighter than they were. Obviously these lights also, enhance the level of scratches. But at the end of the day, coming from this, I think we've made huge strides towards looking better. What's up, internet people? Okay, quick update. So most of the car is done. Well, I mean, the whole car is done. The compounding stage and then the refining stage. So what I've been doing is doing the compounding stage first, wiping that polish off and then going with the refining. I did notice now though that there is still some hazing going around. So I need to, the paint's been reacting a bit strange. So initially the paint was very hard. So I started, I had to go more, what's the word I'm looking, aggressive. I had to go more aggressive each stage. And then, I mean, it would remove a lot of the swirls. All the swirls would be gone, but there would be deeper polish marks from the previous guy that actually worked on the car. I mean, whoever that is, nobody knows. So then ended up going more aggressive until I get to a point where the paint gets extremely soft. So the only logical explanation for me in and around this is that there was a coating on this car, and then the swirls that I've been removing is the actual coating, the swirls out of the coating. And then once I get polished through the coating, I get to the actual paint where the real damage is. So yeah, this ended up becoming a three-stage paint correction, instead of just a gloss enhancement. But at the end of the day, I mean, I can't let a car go if it looks like this. So yeah, I mean, she is looking a bit better. I'll turn the camera around now and give you a quick look-see, so you can also get an idea of, the type of hazing that I'm talking about. So I'm going to do a couple of test spots now to get the correct combo to actually, get this thing shining like a machine. Let me show you. Alright, so it is going to be rather difficult to get it on camera, but if you look in and around this area, there's almost like a grayish, haze around the light. So that's exactly what I'm looking at to fix. Let me try if I get this light. You can see it's rather apparent. It's there. I mean, never mind the little scratches and stuff that's still there. That is also still partly due to the hazing. But I mean, there is a lot of damage on this car. So, I wasn't chasing perfection to start with, but I mean, we're not going to get perfection. So if you look down here where the light is now, you can see there's still streaks, that follow the light. So that's exactly the hazing that I'm talking about, that we need to remove. And then she is going to look a lot better. So, I mean, there is still some hazing all around, but obviously that is due to me having to go so aggressively to get most of the marks out. And I mean, even with that being said, there are still some, there you can start seeing, some of these little swirls, well, the polish marks, but they are little circles going around. So I mean, they are so deeply embedded into this vehicle that, I am afraid that if I do go more or even harder, that I'm going to start removing clear coat. And we do not want to get to that point. Okay, so here, I did see around here somewhere, there are some marks as well. So yeah, I'm going to go around the whole car again, but I need to find that combo to do the refining. Okay, so let's do that. Alright, so the finest pad I have with the finest polish I have still left marks. So if you look, can you see my finger in the reflection? So those marks, that's still hazing. So either it was not aggressive enough to remove the hazing, or it is too aggressive that the paint's that soft, which means I'll have to go even slower and lighter and faster. So I'm going to keep the soft pad, go to a medium polish, medium compound, and then see what the results are. Okay, let me show you this quickly before I get too carried away again. Alright, so I ended up having to go back to the finest polish I have and just polish a lot faster. So this is what it looks like now compared to unrefined. So unrefined, refined. Okay, so quite a big difference. I know it still does look a little bit gray, but it is not. It is as black as night. So yeah, that is the difference. I mean, it's pretty big. So I need to go around the rest of the car doing this, so we can get all the hazing gone and complete the IPA, so I can start laying down the ceramic. Right, internet people, ceramic is done. Yesterday already, so it has been curing overnight. So I need to just complete the last little, finer detail touch-ups. Put, back to black, on all the black pieces, the trim all around, the tires. I want to polish the tailpipes a little bit so they're nice and shiny, or a little bit dull, so we will attack them soon. So just a quick update as to where we are. She is looking very good. She cleaned up very nicely. I'm very impressed and satisfied with the way that she turned out. So yeah, let me continue with the last little bit of details, and then we will pull her outside for the big reveal.
back from the dead.